We all know that dancing is great for exercise and good for our health, but did you know that it could actually slow the onset of Alzheimer's?
Yes, and here to talk about all the fantastic reasons we should get out on the dance floor are the owners of Astaire Dance Studio here in Tucson, Wayne Corso and Maureen Corso, and Morgan Hartford, the Regional Director of Southern Arizona's Alzheimer's Association. Great to have you back, all of you back.
Thanks for having us.
So let's talk about the longest day. What is that?
So the longest day is one of the Alzheimer's Association's signature events. And it's a way for people on the day with the most light. It's the day that we fight. So June 21st, the summer solstice. People across the country are getting together to do things that they love to do to help raise awareness and important funds for Alzheimer's care, support, and research.
Excellent. So it's a way for everybody to get involved, and of course the dance studio and the association. What's the connection there, and why is it important on the longest day in particular?
Oh, we're going to be offering a party on Friday. So what we're going to do is our starts at 7:30, and it's open to everyone, the public. But a lot of our students will be there. Everyone's going to be required to pay. So even students, there'll be no free parties offered, and and all the money.
People will pay for a party for sure.
And all the money that's collected, we're going to donate to the Alzheimer's Association.
Wonderful.
So.
Yeah. And there are so many benefits when it comes to dancing and delaying Alzheimer's. Tell us a little bit about that, because that's fairly new that we're learning about it, right?
New that we're learning about it. That was well said. Yeah. So they've been around forever, but basically it's an activity that that integrates a lot of different types of brain function. So it makes connections that are important for people, especially that are starting to experience onset of dementia, sort of a way to fight back, if you want to call it
right.
that. Yeah.
And it makes sense because you're remembering dance steps, so it addresses the memory, and then of course you're keeping all of your muscle memory connected to your brain at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Morgan, you could expand a little more on the connection.
Yeah, absolutely. So as research progresses, what we're finding is that activities like dance, for example, and physical activity in general, but especially with dance, when we're talking about the ability to use all these different parts of our brain and integrate that into movement, can really keep people active and healthy and thinking sharper as they get older. And that's what we all want for ourselves.
Well, and you know, preventing or slowing the onset of this starts even when we're young, right? I mean, building healthy habits, including dancing, for example, is a way to sort of go into our later years a little bit healthier. And so let's talk about more specifics at the party. What can people expect when they show up?
To have a lot of activity going on. They'll have the opportunity to dance with different partners, which is always important for people, because a lot of the times when you have couples that dance, even for ourselves, for example, you get used to each other, you make up for each other's mistakes, and dancing with someone else is a totally different feel, especially for a person on the lead side of that. So you're looking at all the things that a person has to do when they're leading a person. So not only are you concentrating on your own steps, but you're focusing on what your partner's doing at the same time. Plus, you have to keep the whole line of dance in mind as well, and watch out for other people on the dance floor. So there's a whole large range of things that you have to focus on at the same time.
And to have that interpersonal connection with somebody that you don't know, and introducing dance at the same time, you become quick friends, I would imagine. Like, okay, we've got to do this together, so we look like we know what we're doing, and we're not bumping into other people.
So in order to make that happen too, we've got food. So you got to have food, and we'll be doing a lot of group activities too. So it's not like sort of waiting in the corner for someone to ask you to dance. We don't want that sock hop kind of you know, thing happening.
Hope you get called.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, it's so great. I mean, you're helping people build these healthy lifestyle habits, of course, getting their two left feet and making them a left and a right foot, you know, helping them move a little bit better. But you're also giving back. And Morgan, what's it mean to the Alzheimer's Association that the dance studio is doing this?
I mean, these guys have been just amazing partners over the last couple years, in particular with this event. So for Astaire to come together and support the association and such an important cause, we know that Alzheimer's continues to be an issue in our country. Arizona leads the country in the growth of Alzheimer's disease today. So to have somebody like Fred Astaire, for these two to be committed to finding an end to the disease, I couldn't say more.
Well, I had no idea that we were leading the nation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's devastating for so many families. So some real tangible impact through the longest day, for example, really does make a difference in the lives of people living with dementia.
Now, can anybody come to this event?
Yeah, anybody can show
open
up.
to
and
Yep,
they should.
you bet.
Yeah, it's open to the
Yeah.
public.
Open to everybody. Great. I mean, it's such an important message to get out. And you guys are doing a heck of a job, by the way. Getting it out there, getting the message out. It's about the repetition. Right?
Yeah.
Reminding people this can happen to anybody.
It can, and it's an issue that's not going away. And if you have a brain, you're at risk.
Yeah,
So.
and it does affect every single person in the family. You have to be a caregiver,
yeah.
and also at the same time, it has to be so difficult watching a family member lose their memory.
So let's get people out there. Thank you guys so much for being here
Thanks,
today and for what
guys.
you're doing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Have
Nice
a
to
great
see you.
party.
Thanks.
The longest day dance party is happening this Friday from 7:30 to 9 p.m. at the Astaire Dance Studio. The proceeds will benefit the Alzheimer's Association. And if you want more information, check out fredastaire.com/Tucson or call 520-300-5490.